Today we've arrived in Sitka and I'm so excited to explore my first port in Alaska. In this video I'll show you the best way to get to the town centre from the cruise ship with tips and what not to do, show you what we got up to including visiting Fortress of the Bear without a cruise excursion, exploring the town, and whether I think it's worth visiting if you're planning an Alaska cruise. But before we get into it, hello, I'm Lucy and welcome to this Alaska cruise series. I'm on an 11-night cruise on Emerald Princess to Alaska from Vancouver. We're visiting Sitka, Skagway, Juneau, Icy Strait Point and Ketchikan, along with 2 scenic cruise days to Glacier Bay National Park and Hubbard Glacier. This is my first time to Alaska and also my first Princess cruise, and I'm so glad you're here to experience it all with me. So let's go! It was very rainy this morning, so instead of standing on the viewing deck outside of my cabin, I went down to the promenade deck on deck 7 and walked to the front of the ship where you are undercover. However, it can be very windy and cold here. As we arrived this morning, the views were stunning. Everywhere you looked there were mountains, pine forests and little islands dotted around the coastline, and I got to see my first wild animal in Alaska. Bald eagles! I went back up to the viewing deck outside of my cabin to get a better look from higher up, and I was so close to about 4 or 5 bald eagles, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit scared, but wow, what a welcome into port. For every port in this series, I'll show you what it looks like from up on the ship, looking down onto the port, and then also go through it more when we're down on the ground. So it looks like a pretty short gangway. Well, there's 2 of them. And then we've got the quayside to walk along, up a slight ramp. It looks like they've also got a little buggy to bring people that may have trouble walking. From here I can see a shop. That's good to know. And potentially a restaurant over there, but we'll go through it again when we get a bit closer. Maybe another shop over there. Looks like there's some people getting on a boat down here. I think there might be a shuttle to take you actually into Sitka itself. This isn't the actual town area, and I've heard that the queues for the shuttle can be really long. But what we're hoping to do is get a taxi or a lift maybe to Fortress of the Bear and then see where that takes us from there. But obviously you're coming along anyway, so you're going to see what happens. So as I said, the cruise ship doesn't dock directly in town. Instead, we docked around 15-minute drive away, and there are free shuttles provided. Because we wanted to go straight to the Fortress of the Bear, we requested a lift, which is like an Uber, from the port to take us directly there, instead of waiting in a large queue for the shuttle. However, we ended up waiting for around 20 minutes and never connected to a driver. I do not recommend doing this, as we ended up being late for our time slot. So we ended up getting the free shuttle into downtown Sitka anyway, and picked up an Uber or Lyft from there. You can actually pre-book a spot on the shuttle for a particular time for free online, instead of waiting in the standby queue, and I'll leave a link for that in the description. The bus takes around 15 minutes, and our driver was so lovely and she gave us some great facts about Sitka, and it felt like it really set us up for the day knowing a bit about the area from a local.
There are 2 historical sites on that side though. That's going to be the Russian Orthodox Church, and when you see that, and I'll point it out, that's the middle of downtown. It is so small, folks. So if you are to see it, we're a brown bear only island, and we have about, they say 1 to 1.5 per square mile on the island. And I just told you it's 100 by 38, right? So that's
this is where they've dropped off. We're going to come back here later, but we've just ordered a lift from here, which is coming in just a couple of minutes, so much easier to get a lift from here than it was from the actual cruise terminal area. So that's what I would recommend doing, is getting on a shuttle as soon as possible and then ordering your lift from around here. As I said, we wanted to go to the Fortress of the Bear and booked our tickets in advance online when we got off the ship. We stupidly assumed we'd be able to connect to a Lyft or Uber straight away and get there in plenty of time. However, our mistake meant that we arrived a little bit late to our time slot. So we're just waiting outside. It's on a time slot thing. We booked ours for 12 but got here late, so we're now changing to the 12:41. Thankfully they were able to change us over. But there's a lot of people and you only get 40 minutes inside here, so just be aware of that. There's also no signal, so to get your tickets that have been emailed to you, it's probably best to take a screenshot of them on your phone so that you've got them. There is Wi-Fi available, but you have to pay a donation to use it. Got a little wrist stamp. Now I'm going in. We didn't realise that the time slots were groups of people all going in at the same time. We thought it was more of a you turn up at this time or after. However, that was not the case. We didn't do too much research before we went here, and I'd suggest looking at their website for all of the information and read about it beforehand, unlike us. The time slot began with a video explaining about the bears and the history of the fortress. There is no rehabilitation program in Alaska for bears, so the founder transformed an abandoned mill into a bear sanctuary. Now don't get me wrong, without this sanctuary, these bears as cubs would have unfortunately not survived, but something about the place to me just felt a bit off, and it's hard to put my feelings into words if I'm totally honest. The areas for the bears are small, and I'm no bear expert, but they seemed sad. There are 5 brown bears across 2 enclosures, and 3 black bears in another enclosure. Yes, you get to see bears in Alaska, but it felt like we were watching them in a concrete prison, and they were just looking back at us most of the time. There are staff who are out talking to visitors, telling you about the bears, what they eat, their behaviours, etc., and it's obvious that they do care a lot about them. It just felt sad to see them like this. A lot of it is outside, so it's not great on a rainy day like today, but there are umbrellas available to borrow if you like. I personally wouldn't recommend someone to go here if they asked me how to spend their time in Sitka, but it's a great opportunity to see bears and also be able to contribute to their care, but I did feel sad after leaving here. Another mistake we made was not planning our return back to town. We should have learnt from earlier that it wasn't easy to just get a lift or Uber back, especially with no signal. Thankfully, a local taxi man, Hank, is apparently going back and forth between here and the town a lot, so thanks to a lovely couple who were waiting for him, we managed to share a ride with them back to town for $10 each. I would really recommend making sure you know how you're going to get back from here if you're not on an excursion. So we shared a taxi back from the Fortress of the Bear with another couple. Mum, Dad and Matthew have gone off that way, and I'm going to have a little look around, so you're coming with me. The museum, $5. Instead I'm going to come through out the other side. Just a quick little check-in about the Fortress of the Bear. There were some excursions that take you there, and they said that you get like half an hour around it, and we was like, oh, we'd want more time than that there, but actually that's probably all you need. And well, you can only go in for 40 minutes anyway, so, and the excursion took us to would have taken us to loads of other places, so I think we probably wish we'd have done that actually, but we haven't, so that's fine. We're now back in the town centre, like I just said a minute ago, so I'm going to have a little wander around and see what I can find. I've not done too much research. I do want to go to the national park, but it doesn't seem like anyone else wants to. And I think there's a totem pole place as well, so yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to have a wander, see where I end up. I'm a bit hungry too, so I need some food, but I'm going to show you around Sitka. I'm back outside this big hall place. People are taking pictures over there. I'm going to go over there. And outside the hall, that's where a lot of excursions are. That's also where the shuttle's going to pick us back up from. But there is a map here with some points of interest, different districts and things that you can find. Things like the toilets is really helpful, or restrooms. You are here. I was just taking a walk into the town and I felt hungry as I'd not eaten yet today, so I stopped at pretty much the first place I came to, called the Bayview Pub. They did all sorts in here, like sandwiches, soups, salads, burgers, steak, fish, etc. Oh my god, I love that. That was such nice food, great price, and also the service was really good. And I got chatting to some locals in there, which they were telling me just a little bit about Sitka and where they're from. So that was fun, but I'm gonna go to some shops. It's quite a small town and it's pretty easy to walk around. There's lots of shops and I didn't know it yet, but looking back, these shops felt much more authentic than some of the other ports, which I'll speak about in other vlogs. But in pretty much all of the ports I went to, you could find every type of souvenir you could think of, and it was really hard to choose just one magnet for that port. One of the town's most recognisable landmarks is St Michael's Cathedral. The cathedral reflects Sitka's Russian history, and even if you're not particularly interested in history, it's definitely worth stopping by for a look. Unfortunately, I got there just after it closed, so I wasn't able to explore inside. I would quite like to go to the national park, but I don't want to walk there on my own, so oh well. I wasn't quite ready to go back to the ship yet, as I wanted to make the most of every second of being here, but I'd done the things that I felt comfortable doing by myself. So I found a bench behind the library with such a beautiful view, and there was no one else around. It was so peaceful. And also a great opportunity to take some pictures of myself. And it's time to get back on the shuttle. And just like that, we're back at the port. Now I actually got completely sidetracked by the huge queue to get back onto the ship and being stuck out in the rain, and I totally forgot to film the port area itself. But don't worry, you're not missing out too much. There are plenty of souvenir shops here, again selling pretty much every Alaska gift you can imagine. There's also a lot of excursion stands if you're looking to book something once you arrive, along with a few places to grab a bite to eat. There's seafood, a pub and grill, a coffee shop, and a few food trucks. If you need to use the facilities, there are free toilets inside the main terminal building, which are very clean. Like I said, there was a huge queue to get back onto the ship, and I'm not sure why. Oh my god, the queue back to the ship is ridiculous. What on earth? But thankfully, Princess provided every person in the queue with an umbrella if they wanted one, which I'm actually so impressed with at how many they had. Back on the ship, and after warming up and taking part in the House of Mouse quiz, which is about Disney, and we won, it's time to watch the sail out of Sitka. We just played the House of Mouse quiz in the Explorers Lounge and won, so very happy about that, but we're just about to leave Sitka. And I'm going to come out on the viewing deck on, I think it's deck, I don't know if it's technically deck 8, yeah, Emerald deck 8, but you get to it via deck 7. So that is where I'm going to watch the sail away from. So that's everything that I got up to during my day in Sitka. If I'm ever lucky enough to come back, then I would love to visit the National Park, Rapture Park and Totem Poles. I'd love to hear in the comments if you've been to Sitka before, and if you have any tips or hacks, then please share them. If you've enjoyed exploring Sitka with me, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video, which is Skagway. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye!